Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. What are we going to do today? Cabbage? We're making sauerkraut. I was talking to a buddy of mine, Kevin Lee May, and he shows me pictures of a lot of the stuff that they ferment. And he said, Darren, you gotta try to make your very own sauerkraut. You will not believe the difference in the taste, and it's not the canned pasteurized stuff, so it has all the healthy benefits of probiotics. So what we're going to do is make sauerkraut. What kind? We're just going to make plain. Now there's a million different ways to do it. You can put spices in, you can cut it one way, you can cut it another way, you can mix a brine up and pour it over it, or you can let it make its own brine. However you want to do it, find you a good recipe and it will dang near make itself. What we're going to do is we're going to use pink Himalayan sea salt. You can use any kind of salt as long as it's not iodized. It's the same as in canning. Iodized salt can give you an off taste and also discolor whatever food you're trying to preserve with. So no iodized salt. We're going to use pink Himalayan. You can use black salt. Yes, they actually make it. And you can use regular white sea salt, all different kinds. But we're going to use this. Now we're going to make it in quart jars. For the recipe, it's about 2 tablespoons for a half gallon. We're going to break it down, obviously. But the thing is, you can't over salt it really. It's going to be salted to taste because you're going to put in at least a teaspoon, and that is going to start the cabbage will begin to draw out fluid. It will make its own juice. So that's why we're not going to do a brine. Hope I'm not making this too involved. It's easy peasy. All we're going to do is cut the cabbage up. And how are we going to do it? We're just going to cut it up. Doesn't matter. More to come, guys. Okay guys, what we're going to do is we're going to wash and clean it. We've already done that. And we're going to remove the larger outer leaves. A couple of them. Like this. We're not going to get rid of these just yet. We're going to save these. Now, we're going to do the same with this one. Now, we're going to cut them up. And we are done. Were it that simple. Actually, you can use a food processor, you can use a grater, anything like that to make it easier. I just did this because I didn't want to have to wash the food processor. This is the core of the cabbage. We're going to take this and we're going to compost it by giving it to the chickens. So, all the scraps that we have will go into the compost that we have out there, and they will dig through it and eat and fertilize the ground. So now we're going to get on this next head of cabbage. There, more to come. Okay guys, now we're back. Here is the sea salt, pink Himalayan sea salt. I've already ground it to a consistency that I like, and we're going to put this with this and that and mix it up. Not in the cup, in the bowl. More to come. Okay guys, I'm doing it in half batches right now. Poured in about a teaspoon, and we are going to mix it up good. And we're going to add a little bit more salt, and we're going to add a little bit more cabbage until we have it all in. We're going to let it sit, and we're going to let it start weeping out water. The salt will draw out the water, And we're going to have it start collecting, and we're going to keep turning it, letting it sit until we can squeeze it enough to where we get some liquid out. Not yet. So, I'm going to keep doing this. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back and we have let this sit for a while, and let's see if I can do this and you can see. We are getting a lot of the juice out now. So I'm going to roll this guy over, then we're going to start packing these jars. I was thinking about doing some peppercorn and garlic in one of them, but the hooch said she wants to try them just plain fermented. So we will do that, guys. More to come. Okay guys, you can see we've got one already done. I'm going to show you how I'm packing it. I'm using the silicone spoon, and just going to grab a handful of this stuff. There we go. I'm going to pack it a little bit. Put in some more. And we're going to pack it in just like that. It looks like I might be a little short. It's okay. It is going to expand as as the fluid comes out. It will float, and you can see that's what we have right there. We're going to pour that inside. More to come. Okay, guys, we have let them sit for a while, and you can see that the juice has actually risen up very nicely. Now we're going to take a couple of these lettuce leaves that we have left, fold them over and put them in here. Push that down. And of course my hands are clean, and anytime I stop filming we wash our hands again. Now all of the shredded stuff is under the leaf, and then we're going to take this small jar, place it in here. If you still need to put a little weight in it, you can put a little brine or just anything to hold it down. Now, none of the sauerkraut, the cabbage, can get exposed to the oxygen, so this is an anaerobic environment, and this is what we use to start the process of fermentation. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'll show you again. There's all kinds of ways to do it. They make vents, caps, all kinds of stuff you can use. We're just going to fold it over. We're going to press it. There we go. If we need to add a little bit of fluid, all we have to do is just get clean, fresh distilled water from our Berkey. Nothing from the tap, because the tap's chlorinated, and we'll just add to it if we need to. That is it. More to come. Okay guys, so that is going to wrap it up for this video. We're making our own sauerkraut fermenting. Now why would you do this? Well, originally people would do this to preserve the harvest. They didn't really know about the benefits of the gut healthy bacteria from the fermentation, although later on I'm sure they did, that they felt better. But this is a really good way to get those probiotics in, and it's cheap. Grow you 4 or 5 heads of cabbage. That right there, what we just planted, or what we just set up in those quart jars, that will probably last us for a few months. You can extend the harvest. You can help preserve whatever you grew. It's a good way to do it. Alright guys, in just a second you're going to see a picture of my ugly mug pop over here, as well as my beautiful wife. On the other side are going to be some videos. If we are indeed your brand of wacky, guys, take care of you people.